presents Centennial Suffrage celebration. I am excited to bring an exciting lineup of fantastically talented female musicians from across the country. Alina Celeste, Lisa and Lori Brigantino, Little Miss Anne, Kaylin Bryant, Flora Bromley, Laura Doherty, and Claudia Zanes. Way back in April, as Americans started social distancing because of the current flu pandemic, I released my 9th children's album, All the Ladies, a tribute to girls and women for families and people of all genders. It's an album filled with songs all about gender equality, female empowerment, and positivity. The album is produced, engineered, and arranged by my dear friend and Grammy winner, Lucy Kalantari, and features 11 songs which were all mixed, mastered, and performed by over 20 women from across the country. On its release date, since we were unable to tour, we celebrated with a virtual music event. The first All the Ladies Music Festival featured every vocalist that appeared on my album. If you haven't had a chance to see it yet, I hope you'll check it out on the All the Ladies Facebook page. So now the question, why 20 am I required to write an album about breaking glass ceilings and gender equality? The short answer? We currently and always have lived in a patriarchy, where, for the most part, wealthy white men have always been in power and have created the laws of our land. There has yet to be an elected female president or vice president in this country, and while it's slowly changing every year, women still make up a very small percentage of the congressional seats in our government. Overall, women make less money than men for the same exact job, and women often have to work a lot harder than men to achieve success in every occupation. And for Black and Hispanic women, the pay gap is even larger, and it's even more difficult to achieve success. But this month, we all celebrate together. August is National Women's Suffrage Month, and 100 years ago today, a 24-year-old Tennessee lawmaker named Harry T. Byrne changed his vote at the last second, breaking a tie, making Tennessee the last state needed to ratify the 19th Amendment, finally granting women the right to vote. He did it with the help of his mother, Phoebe Byrne, who wrote him a letter saying, quote, "Hurrah, and vote for suffrage." After breaking the tie, he gave a speech saying, quote, "I believe in full suffrage as a right. I know that a mother's advice is always safest for her boy to follow, and my mother wanted me to vote for ratification." This huge milestone was definitely not achieved overnight or by one person alone. In reality, it was incredibly complicated. Suffragists started organizing and fighting for equality way back in 1848 at the Seneca Falls Convention, which was organized by Elizabeth Cady Stanton and her friend Lucretia Mott. They were constantly talking about the injustices women suffered and finally decided to be proactive and hold a public meeting. After this, women organized, marched, rallied, lobbied, and protested for their right to vote for more than 70 years. So you're probably asking, I keep hearing this word, what is suffrage? Suffrage means the right to vote in political elections. So the women who were fighting for their right to vote during that time were called suffragists or suffragettes. If we were to take a time machine way back to the year 1918, which is 102 years ago, we would see millions of women across this country in every state, city, small town, every race and nationality, gathering, marching, protesting, meeting, and fighting for their right to vote. We most often hear stories about wealthy, white, upper-class suffragists like Susan B. Anthony, Carrie Chapman Catt, Alice Paul, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and Lucretia Mott spearheading the suffrage movement. However, it should be known that all women, Black, Hispanic, Asian, Native American, and queer women were all fighting for the cause while battling racial injustices. Women like Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, Mary Church Terrell, Frances Ellen Watkins Harper, Ida B. Wells Barnett, Soledad Chavez de Chacon, Adelina Otero Warren, Mabel Lee, Margaret Chung, Zitkala Shah, and Marie-Louise Bottineau Baldwin, just to name a few. You see, the midterm election for November of 1918 was a really important midterm election because it was going to be deciding some really important things for our country, especially for the women I just mentioned. things like labor laws, immigration, racial rights. Women wanted to be a part of this conversation. So time was of the essence. They had to flip senators. And as you know, change does not happen overnight. By the fall of 1918, the 19th Amendment, which would give women the right to vote, was so close to being passed. The House passed it, but the Senate said no. And then, and this might sound a little familiar, a pandemic hit. Yes, they had the flu of 1918. In many ways, this flu was very similar to our current flu pandemic. It spread like wildfire. Many people were sick, and many unfortunately did not survive. To keep safe, people social distanced and wore masks. See? I told you it was going to sound familiar. Oh wait, did I happen to mention that America was also in the middle of World War I in the middle of all of this? Yeah, I told you, it was crazy. There was a lot going on. The expectation for most women was to take care of the children and the home. That's it. But with many men away at war, women stepped into roles they had never had before. Tens of thousands of nurses served in the Army and Navy, helping wounded soldiers in the United States and all across Europe. Millions of women volunteered for the Red Cross, helping to prepare meals, ship and pack supplies, fundraise, and roll bandages. Women also worked in factories and became farmers, growing the food for the whole country. All of the jobs that had been mostly held by men before, women stepped in and they succeeded. These acts of patriotism proved to many skeptical men that women were capable of much more than they originally thought, and yet, still, many men still did not want women to have the right to vote. Suffragists not only had to change the laws, but they also had to change the minds of what the role of a woman is and what a woman should and could do. And it wasn't easy. So let's get back to the flu. No, not our current flu, but the one way back in 1918. As you might imagine, women now needed to be very creative when trying to fight for their right to vote. They didn't have Instagram or Facebook, no internet to spread their message, so now they had to be very resourceful, making up safe ways to fight for equality even when they couldn't march or rally as much as before because of the pandemic and wanting to keep everybody safe. So how did they do this? They used the mail, they held socially distant meetings, and they wore masks. They made beautiful posters and they hung them everywhere. On trees, walls, they took out ads in newspapers and hung banners from large buildings to get their message across. After the war, after the flu pandemic had come to a close, the U.S. House of Representatives finally approved the Susan B. Anthony Amendment, which guaranteed women the right to vote. The U.S. Senate followed 2 weeks later, and the 19th Amendment went to the states, where it had to be ratified by 3/4 of the then 48 states to be added to the Constitution. You might remember that Tennessee was the last state needed to ratify the 19th Amendment. Well, that happened 100 years ago today. Because of the fearless suffragists who never gave up fighting for equality, 68 million women are able to vote in elections. This is something to celebrate. My hope for the upcoming election in November is that regardless of our individual backgrounds, we will use our political power and exercise our right to vote. I am calling especially out to the ladies in this centennial celebration in one of the most important elections in America's history. Here we are again on the brink of deciding what direction we want our country to go in. Please don't sit home. The suffragists fought with everything they had so that you could have your voice heard at the polls. Please tell the women in your family, your moms, your sisters, your aunts, your grandmas, to go to the polls. Do not throw away your votes. After the show, please visit this link for the state-by-state guidelines and deadlines for getting a paper ballot and how to submit your paper ballot correctly. Please do it today as the post office is being dismantled as we speak. I have decided to mask up and go to the polls on foot. I hope you'll join me. Thank you so much for watching All the Ladies Centennial Suffrage Celebration. And now, enjoy the show. Glass ceilings, glass ceilings. Hello everybody! welcome, welcome, and thank you so much for joining. I'm really, really excited to have you all here. And I want to introduce my very first guest. And she is coming from the Chicago area. Her name is Alina Celeste, and I think she's going to be brought on right now. Hi.
Hi, Joni.
How's it going?
It's going okay. It's a sunny day.
Oh, good. It's a little, yeah, it's kind of, I haven't been outside. What are we, who are we
Who
kidding?
goes outside?
What, outside? What is this? But I love what's happening inside of your space. This is gorgeous.
Yes, thank you. Yes,
Very
when we
nice.
can't go outside and see the sky, we paint it ourselves.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, I just want to thank you so much for being here today. And can you just tell us where you're from?
I'm from, we share a hometown actually. I'm from Miami.
That's what I thought. Yes, born and raised.
That's
And
right.
but you're not in Miami now, right?
I'm not. I'm in Chicago, Illinois.
All right.
The Ukrainian Village is the name of my neighborhood.
Okay, very cool. We have a bunch of Chicago folks with us today. I'm
I
very
saw.
excited. I know that kind of happened accidentally.
I feel like I should wave out my window. Hi, guys.
Hey guys. But I'll bring them on a little bit later. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I just want to
Okay.
say thank you so much for being here today. And you have 2 songs that you're going to be singing for the Centennial celebration today.
Yes, I'm going to sing one in Spanish and one in English because being
Perfect.
bilingual rocks.
Perfect. And if you have a moment, you can also tell us a little bit about how people in your area are able to vote if you happen to know.
I do happen to know we are very lucky here in Illinois. Anybody can request a mail-in ballot, and you can do that by going online. I know that you just shared a link, so people can go to that link and you can request a mail-in ballot. I've already gotten confirmation that my mail-in ballot will be sent to me by the end of September.
Okay.
And then you can pop it in the mail, or you can drop it off at your local supervisor of elections office if you want to skip the mail.
That's great. And I think that's probably the safer way right now.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm actually going to the polls. I've decided I'm going to put on my spacesuit and
Cool.
and head over there. Oh
Cool.
yes. So right now you see
there
a
you go,
link for
Illinois.
Illinois.
Yeah. Very
Yeah,
cool.
this website is 538. It tells every single state and exactly how you can get a paper ballot, if you're allowed to have a paper ballot, and basically everything. So I suggest everyone to visit that.
Yes.
I'm not going to say any more. I would love to hear you sing.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. So I'm going to take off my headphones to sing because I hear my voice all the time. So I can just not hear it this time. So my first song is in Spanish, and it kind of applies to voting because it's about listening to what you have in your heart and going for it. You know what? I'm going to change my posture a little bit like this so you guys can hear me better. Tienes una canción en tu alma, escucha el ritmo de tu corazón, baila con la música que encuentres, comparte la canción, pues baila, baila, baila conmigo, baila, baila, I've got you all dancing, we're going to switch and do another song in English. This is my STEM song. Why? Because we need more women in STEM. So listen carefully, because in the middle of this song, I explain a scientific theory about space. And of course, it's a lullaby. Oh, we're all just a little piece of stardust. We're all just a little piece of sky. And if we ever should be parted, I'll look up to see a piece of you and I. If you should ever feel lonely, if you should feel you're not alright, just look into the quiet night sky. The stars will shine till things are bright. 'Cause we're all just a little piece of stardust. We're all just a little piece of sky. And if we ever should be parted, I'll look up to see a piece of you and I. Long, long ago, the sky came alive. The light was an ocean. The ocean was life. And all the universe was bright. Night made day and day made night. Well, the world will always go on turning, and life will often be a fight. But stars will also go on turning. Wherever there is dark, there will be light. If you should ever feel lonely, if you should feel you're not alright, just look into the quiet night sky. The stars will shine till things are bright. 'Cause we're all just a little piece of stardust. We're all just a little piece of sky. And if we ever should be parted, I'll look up to see a piece of you and I. Just look up to see a piece of you and I. Those are my
Yay!
songs. I'm gonna stick my headphones back on so I can hear you, Joni.
For sure. That was wonderful. That was so
you.
great. I
Thank
was
you.
dancing. I know that was a lullaby, but I was like, dee, 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 dee. I was doing a whole little dance.
It's kind of a bouncy lullaby.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course, today is not only celebrating the centennial for women being allowed to vote, but also I wanted to celebrate ladies in general. That's why I put out the album. I wish I could have had like 80 billion more women sing on the album. You would have totally been on there too. I mean, next one. But it is just a day to elevate women, support women, and female empowerment, all of that good stuff. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Joni.
And love to all of the Chicago folks that are watching along. And make sure that if you live in Chicago, you can look and make sure that you know exactly how to vote. All right?
Get that done. Girls
Thank
rule.
you so much. Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, Alina. Bye. All right. Up next, we have two women that are going to be joining, and they are sisters. It's the Brigantino sisters, Lisa and Lori. I was so happy to have Lisa perform on my album, All the Ladies. She played some guitar, and I'm meeting your sister for the very first time today too.
Yeah.
Welcome.
So
Hello.
Thank you, Joni. Thanks for having us, Joni. Thanks
Of course. Where are you right now? Where in the
You're
world?
in lovely Brooklyn, New York.
At Lisa's apartment. Yeah.
All right, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm a couple of blocks away, so it makes rehearsing really easy.
Oh, that's so nice. And I'm guessing you're in a quarantine together.
Well, we have basically
We've gone through those stages
Yeah.
of one of the first live streams we did. We did make sure we were far away, 6 feet apart, and we've gone through a few different quarantines together. So Yeah.
Good, as we all have. But
Yes.
I don't want to take up any of your time, but will you just tell us quickly a little bit about the songs that you are singing? You wrote these songs, right, Lori?
Lisa did.
I did.
Oh, Lisa. Sorry,
Yes,
excuse me.
that's
Lisa.
okay. It's okay. Yeah, the two songs we're going to do, I Gotta Find Me Something and Every Day's a Journey. And I think both of them are very applicable to the whole story of what's happening today. And that it's about, finding your way, doing things that you enjoy, things that make you happy. And, our Constitution says life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And that's for all of us. So especially as we enter voting season, it's important to remember that it's not just about voting for a president. It's about voting to support our Constitution. It's about voting for someone who has a hand in what kind of judges are at the federal level and the state level. And there's so much more to it. So that's a little bit, the songs are very empowering in that respect.
I can't wait to hear. Thank you so much for being here, and take it away.
Thank you.
Our
All right.
pleasure. Our pleasure. We're going to step back a little bit.
Two, three.
I gotta find me something to keep me running. Keep me on my toes till the break of dawn. There's something to fill my heart and keep it pumping. Keep me reaching and never close the door. You can sit and wait till you're 88, but that don't do you no good. I wanna get up on my feet. I know my life won't be complete until I find me something to keep me humming. Keep me singing and strumming forevermore. Everybody! Well, you can sit and wait till you're 88, but that don't do you no good. I wanna get up on my feet. I know my life won't be complete until I find me something to keep me humming. Keep me singing and strumming forever. Keep me singing and strumming forever. Keep me singing and strumming forevermore. All right. And we're going to do one more song for you. Put this down here.
Every day's a journey. When I see my reflection, when I see all I can, it's not all on the outside. Deep inside's who I am, and the light that's in my eyes will shine from sea to sea. Every day's a journey, every day's a chance. Every day there's one more way to travel your own path. When I truly am happy, when I follow
There's no right or wrong, just you and your life. Every day's a journey, every day's a chance. Every day there's one more way. Every day's a journey, every day's a chance. Every day there's one more way to travel your own path.
Yay! That was absolutely gorgeous. I know you can't hear me too. You have headphones on, but I'm going to say it again and again. That was so beautiful.
Thank you, Joni.
It just warmed my heart. The message, the harmonies, everything. Just wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks. It's an honor to be here today. Thank you for inviting us.
Yes,
Of
and
course.
Thank you for doing this. This is a really beautiful thing that you've put together. So we all need it now, and we need to be reminded of this amazing history and this day. So thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. I hope that we get to actually meet in real life soon.
I do too.
Me too.
All right. Well, have a wonderful rest of your sunny day and enjoy suffrage celebration.
Thank you,
Joni.
All
Bye.
right. Bye.
long.
So gorgeous. Up next is another friend of mine from Chicago. When I realized I think there's 3 Chicago friends here today. Her name is Little Miss Ann, and she's awesome.
Hi.
There she is. Hi.
How's it going?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Good.
Good.
It's great to see you.
You too. I know. We should have seen each other like twice already at this point by now, right?
Yeah.
But, craziness. Anyway, I just want to say thank you for being here today. And I know that you had also looked up the rules for Illinois.
I did. And Alina said a lot of it. Basically, anyone in Chicago can get a mail-in ballot, but we suggest that you drop it off. If you have any, I wrote this right when I was waiting. If you have any questions,
Ooh,
this is the number and the email that you
perfect.
can. So just if anyone is confused or didn't get the mail-in ballot, just go ahead and type that, call or type that in. So
Yeah, I know there's just been a lot of discussions online right now, like, should you get the mail-in ballot? Should you get the mail-in ballot and then also maybe go to the polls? Also, like, if you just feel like at the last moment, I'm going to go, and then you don't need to, it's just, there's a lot of confusion about it. Have you decided what you're going to be doing?
yeah, I think I'm going to drop it off. I already
Okay.
have the ballot, but I'm just going to drop it off. But
Okay.
again, that's why that number could be helpful to anyone who's confused. There's an answer out there. You just have to find it.
Right. It's kind of, you have to do what's best for you, but you have to do it soon and early. And
Very soon,
basically
yes.
Today, if you haven't
Today,
asked for one.
today, right now, right after
Right.
the show.
Right, yes, go.
Yes.
Do not stop, go. Just do the show and
Right
then
now.
get the ballot. All right, I would love to hear your songs that you prepared today. Can you tell us a little bit about the songs that you
Sure.
are going to play?
I mostly do a lot of singing for kids that are in the preschool age, and I decided to do something that's a really simple song. And the reason why is I think that at a very young age, we teach our kids values. And the song is called Clap for Love, and it's just very simple. And then the second song is called I Got a Light, and I'll talk a little bit about that before I sing that song. So.
Perfect.
And that's it. I'm ready to play it for y'all.
Can't wait.
Thank
Take
you
it
so
away,
much.
Little
Thanks
Miss
for
Ann.
having me, Joni.
Of course.
This is awesome. All right, here we go. We're gonna sing a song called Clap for Love. And we're gonna clap for love, hope, friendship, family, and good health. Let's put our hands together. Let's put our hands together. And clap, 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 clap for love. Clap, 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 clap clap, clap for love. Let's stomp our feet on the ground. Let's stomp our feet, come on, let's make a sound and stomp on the ground and stomp, 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 stomp for love. Let's snap our fingers if you please. Let's snap our fingers if you please. Snap, 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 snap for love. All right, everybody, let's stretch our hands up in the sky. I hope that sounds better. And the reason why is that everyone in this world can make a difference in the world. Don't listen to the naysayers. And never give up. Let's stretch our hands up in the sky. Let's stretch our hands up in the sky. And jump, 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 jump for love. Jump, 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 jump for love. Let's put our arms around each other, if that's a person who lives with you, each other. And hug, 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 hug for love. For love. For love. Love seems like such a simple thing, but it's probably the most complex thing there is out in the world. And so we just have to get back to our basics of loving one another and being kind to each other. The next song I'm going to sing is called I Got a Light, and it's about having that light inside of you, even in the darkest of times. And right now it might seem like the darkest of times in the USA, but we have a light inside of us, each and every one of us, and together the light will shine bright. I got a
Awesome.
Right. Thank you.
That was great. I love the message. I love everything about it. It sounded wonderful.
Well, thank you for doing this. This is such a great idea. And tonight in my backyard, I'm going to be writing 300 postcards to
Good for you.
Wisconsin with just like 2 or 3 friends, socially distanced. We're going to be writing away and putting stamps on there because you inspired us. So thank
Oh, well, that's inspiring to me. I haven't written any postcards, but I feel like
Well, you
I
have
have a
time.
lot of time on my hands, so maybe I should do
Yeah,
that. How do you
exactly.
find out the addresses to send them to? Like, this
you.
is
It's
a
like
good
called Postcards for Swing States. I think if
That's
you just
incredible.
Google that. Yeah. I'd
Postcards
write it on
for
my
swing states.
board, but that would be a mess. So
All right. Well, maybe we can put the link in
Yeah,
the
I'll
stream,
find
and then
it.
people. I think that we need to do a little bit more of that. So great. Thank you so much for being
thank
here
you.
today.
Great
and
to see you.
Of course, you too, and happy voting.
You too.
And I will
Have a
hopefully
great
see you in
show.
real life. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, that was Little Miss Anne. And up next is my bass player from the album All the Ladies, Kaylin Bryant. Although she does much more than just play on my album, she's incredible. Hi, Kaylin.
Oh, hi. Good
Are you
to
able
be
to
here.
hear me
I'm so
okay?
excited. Yes, I
Oh,
am.
good.
Can you hear me?
I do. So we've actually we've never met in person, but we've
Yeah, I
had
know.
conversations and got to play through the interwebs. So that was great. Thank you for
Yeah.
doing that. And I want to hear a little bit about your songs that you're going to be playing today for the Centennial Celebration, because you had some really cool. You wrote me personally, but I want everyone at home to know why you picked the songs
Yeah.
you picked.
Yeah, definitely. So the 2 songs I'm doing today are called Caso Perdido and Someday We'll All Be Free. And just like Alina said, I'm going to be singing one song in Spanish and one song in English because being bilingual rock. So the song Caso Perdido was sung by Graciela. And she was a very, very important woman in Latin music. Latin music, Latino music, is traditionally very, very male dominated, as with a lot of music styles. Jazz is very, very male dominated. It's starting to come out of that, which is great. But at one point, classical music was even like only men playing. And I was a cellist for 10 years, and growing up in orchestra, it was very rare to see only boys or only girls. It's very, very 50-50. So I think that with time, jazz and salsa and Latin music will get there too. Everyone
Everything
will
is
all get
catching
there.
up. Yes, yes, slowly but surely. Good.
Yeah,
Well, that's great.
Yeah, so Graciela was a Cuban woman, also a black woman, and she sang with the Machito Orchestra, which is a very well-known, important orchestra, a big band. And she was very larger than life. She had a very confident stage presence, very sassy, and she also played the bass, which I didn't know when I first heard of her. She didn't sing and play at the same time. But I just think it's amazing to be singing one of her songs as a Black Latina woman who also plays bass.
I love it. I love all of it. Does she play, or I know you play electric and upright. Did she play mostly upright or electric? Or
I think it was the upright. In Latin big band music, there's another instrument that's called the baby bass, and it's kind of like a weird cross between the electric. So it's an electric bass, but it's stand-up shaped. So,
cool.
but yes.
Cool. I also want to say while you're here, you may not think to plug it, but you've been putting out some incredible videos,
Oh,
and I've been really
thank you.
enjoying watching them and sharing them with my network. So thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you so much.
You style yourself incredibly, and the music
Thanks.
is fantastic, and it's like really opening up my knowledge for this type of music. So even though I was born in Miami and we had our fair share of Cuban music, I'm really
Yeah.
learning a lot from you. So thank you so much. You
Oh,
could take it
thank
away.
you.
Take it
Yeah.
away.
All right. No sé por qué vuelves, si sabes que es tarde, que al tu partir cerraste la puerta. Fue tuya la culpa de este amor perdido. No sé por qué vuelves a un caso perdido. Yo, como dicen, encantada de la vida estoy, embriagada con el gusto de ser lo que en otro tiempo fui, siempre alegre y sin rencor. No sé por qué vuelves detrás de las huellas que ya están borradas. Es caso perdido. No sé por qué vuelves, si sabes que es tarde, que a tu partir es caso perdido. So that is the first one, Caso Perdido. And then the second one is a song that's very, very beautiful, written by Donny Hathaway. And it's called Someday We'll All Be Free. And the message is just very empowering. If you listen to the lyrics, you'll know exactly what it's trying to say. Hang on to the world as it spins around. Just don't let that spin get you down. Things are moving fast. Hold on tight and you will last. Keep your self-respect and all your pride. Get yourself in gear, keep your stride. Never mind your fear. Brighter days will soon be here. Oh, take it from me, someday we'll all be free. Yeah. Keep on walking tall, hold your head up high. Lay your dreams to the sky. Sing your greatest song. And you keep going, going on. Take it from me, someday we'll all be free. Take it from me, someday we'll all be free. Oh, take it from me, someday we'll all be free.
That was, I'm just like a mess over here.
Oh,
That was beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that gorgeous, both of
thank
the songs,
you.
but that was like, woo. Oh man. Well, so, I feel like there's a lot that I probably should mention about celebrating this suffrage centennial. That song made me realize there's a lot that people don't know about this celebration, and that is that just because the 19th Amendment was ratified 100 years ago, it didn't actually allow all women to vote. It wasn't until 1965 with the Voting Rights Act that Black women were actually allowed to vote, like across the country. And so, I mean, I feel like when we tell the story, we tell it from a particular narrative, and it doesn't really hold up. There's a lot more to the story than that. And, when you sing that song, it just made me think about it, and we need to tell people. I mean, it's crazy. Anyway, thank you. Thank you so much for
Thank you so
sharing.
much.
And I hope that we get to play together in person one day when this is
Definitely.
all
After
behind us.
this subsides.
Yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, thanks again for being here, and enjoy the rest
Thank you
of
for
your
having
day
me.
and the
This
suffrage
was a
celebration.
beautiful, beautiful event.
Thank you. Thanks.
Bye,
See ya.
everyone.
Bye. All right. Well, that was gorgeous. So far, we've had a couple of wonderful ladies perform, and now I want to present to you a video that I created. It'll take a couple of minutes, so now is the time to put it on high volume and take a bathroom break if you need. But it is all about the Centennial celebration and the history about women's suffrage and everything that women had to go through in the 70 plus years while they were waiting for the right to vote with the 19th Amendment passage. So without further ado, we're going to play that video for you, and then we'll be right back with Flora Bromley. Okay.
Girls, girls, if girls ruled the world. Girls, girls, if girls ruled the world. Girls, girls, if girls ruled the world.
Hi, my name is Joni Leeds, and I wanted to welcome you and thank you so much for coming to All the Ladies Presents Centennial Suffrage Celebration. I am excited to bring an exciting lineup of fantastically talented female musicians from across the country. Alina Celeste, Lisa and Lori Brigantino, Little Miss Anne, Kaylin Bryant, Flora Bromley, Laura Doherty, and Claudia Zanes. Way back in April, as Americans started social distancing because of the current flu pandemic, I released my 9th children's album, All the Ladies, a tribute to girls and women for families and people of all genders. It's an album filled with songs all about gender equality, female empowerment, and positivity. The album is produced, engineered, and arranged by my dear friend and Grammy winner, Lucy Kalantari, and features 11 songs which were all mixed, mastered, and performed by over 20 women from across the country. On its release date, since we were unable to tour, we celebrated with a virtual music event. The first All the Ladies Music Festival featured every vocalist that appeared on my album. If you haven't had a chance to see it yet, I hope you'll check it out on the All the Ladies Facebook page. So now the question, why is it in the year 2020 am I required to write an album about breaking glass ceilings and gender equality? The short answer? We currently and always have lived in a patriarchy, where, for the most part, wealthy white men have always been in power and have created the laws of our land. There has yet to be an elected female president or vice president in this country, and while it's slowly changing every year, women still make up a very small percentage of the congressional seats in our government. Overall, women make less money than men for the same exact job, and women often have to work a lot harder than men to achieve success in every occupation. And for Black and Hispanic women, the pay gap is even larger, and it's even more difficult to achieve success. But this month, we all celebrate together. August is National Women's Suffrage Month, and 100 years ago today, a 24-year-old Tennessee lawmaker named Harry T. Byrne changed his vote at the last second, breaking a tie, making Tennessee the last state needed to ratify the 19th Amendment, finally granting women the right to vote. He did it with the help of his mother, Phoebe Byrne, who wrote him a letter saying, quote, "Hurrah, and vote for suffrage." After breaking the tie, he gave a speech saying, quote, "I believe in full suffrage as a right. I know that a mother's advice is always safest for her boy to follow, and my mother wanted me to vote for ratification." This huge milestone was definitely not achieved overnight or by one person alone. In reality, it was incredibly complicated. Suffragists started organizing and fighting for equality way back in 1848 at the Seneca Falls Convention, which was organized by Elizabeth Cady Stanton and her friend Lucretia Mott. They were constantly talking about the injustices women suffered and finally decided to be proactive and hold a public meeting. After this, women organized, marched, rallied, lobbied, and protested for their right to vote for more than 70 years. So you're probably asking, I keep hearing this word, what is suffrage? Suffrage means the right to vote in political elections. So the women who were fighting for their right to vote during that time were called suffragists or suffragettes. If we were to take a time machine way back to the year 1918, which is 102 years ago, we would see millions of women across this country in every state, city, small town, every race and nationality, gathering, marching, protesting, meeting, and fighting for their right to vote. We most often hear stories about wealthy, white, upper-class suffragists like Susan B. Anthony, Carrie Chapman Catt, Alice Paul, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and Lucretia Mott spearheading the suffrage movement. However, it should be known that all women, Black, Hispanic, Asian, Native American, and queer women were all fighting for the cause while battling racial injustices. Women like Sojourner Truth, Harriet Tubman, Mary Church Terrell, Frances Ellen Watkins Harper, Ida B. Wells Barnett, Soledad Chavez de Chacon, Adelina Otero Warren, Mabel Lee, Margaret Chung, Zitkala Shah, and Marie-Louise Bottineau Baldwin, just to name a few. You see, the midterm election for November of 1918 was a really important midterm election because it was going to be deciding some really important things for our country, especially for the women I just mentioned. Things like labor laws, immigration, racial rights. Women wanted to be a part of this conversation. So time was of the essence. They had to flip senators. And as you know, change does not happen overnight. By the fall of 1918, the 19th Amendment, which would give women the right to vote, was so close to being passed. The House passed it, but the Senate said no. And then, and this might sound a little familiar, a pandemic hit. Yes, they had the flu of 1918. In many ways, this flu was very similar to our current flu pandemic. It spread like wildfire. Many people were sick, and many, unfortunately, did not survive. To keep safe, people social distanced and wore masks. See? I told you it was going to sound familiar. Oh wait, did I happen to mention that America was also in the middle of World War I in the middle of all of this? Yeah, I told you, it was crazy. There was a lot going on. The expectation for most women was to take care of the children and the home. That's it. But with many men away at war, women stepped into roles they had never had before. Tens of thousands of nurses served in the Army and Navy, helping wounded soldiers in the United States and all across Europe. Millions of women volunteered for the Red Cross, helping to prepare meals, ship and pack supplies, fundraise, and roll bandages. Women also worked in factories and became farmers, growing the food for the whole country. All of the jobs that had been mostly held by men before, women stepped in and they succeeded. These acts of patriotism proved to many skeptical men that women were capable of much more than they originally thought, and yet, still, many men still did not want women to have the right to vote. Suffragists not only had to change the laws, but they also had to change the minds of what the role of a woman is and what a woman should and could do. And it wasn't easy. So let's get back to the flu. No, not our current flu, but the one way back in 1918. As you might imagine, women now needed to be very creative when trying to fight for their right to vote. They didn't have Instagram or Facebook, no internet to spread their message, so now they had to be very resourceful, making up safe ways to fight for equality, even when they couldn't march or rally as much as before because of the pandemic and wanting to keep everybody safe. So how did they do this? They used the mail, they held socially distant meetings, and they wore masks. They made beautiful posters and they hung them everywhere. On trees, walls, they took out ads in newspapers and hung banners from large buildings to get their message across. After the war, after the flu pandemic had come to a close, the U.S. House of Representatives finally approved the Susan B. Anthony Amendment, which guaranteed women the right to vote. The U.S. Senate followed 2 weeks later, and the 19th Amendment went to the states, where it had to be ratified by 3/4 of the then 48 states to be added to the Constitution. You might remember that Tennessee was the last state needed to ratify the 19th Amendment. Well, that happened 100 years ago today. Because of the fearless suffragists who never gave up fighting for equality, 68 million women are able to vote in elections. This is something to celebrate. My hope for the upcoming election in November is that regardless of our individual backgrounds, we will use our political power and exercise our right to vote. I am calling especially out to the ladies in this Centennial celebration in one of the most important elections in America's history. Here we are again on the brink of deciding what direction we want our country to go in. Please don't sit home. The suffragists fought with everything they had so that you could have your voice heard at the polls. Please tell the women in your family, your moms, your sisters, your aunts, your grandmas, to go to the polls. Do not throw away your votes. After the show, please visit this link for the state-by-state guidelines and deadlines for getting a paper ballot and how to submit your paper ballot correctly. Please do it today, as the post office is being dismantled as we speak. I have decided to mask up and go to the polls on foot. I hope you'll join me. Thank you so much for watching All the Ladies Centennial Suffrage Celebration, and now enjoy the show.
Glass ceilings, breaking glass ceilings, glass ceilings, glass ceilings.
Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. I have been learning so much as I've been doing research for this celebration. And without further ado, I want to introduce my next guest. This is a wonderful friend of mine. Her name is Floor Bromley. Floor, are you there?
Hi.
Hi. Oh, wow. Look at your beautiful background. You didn't have that in sound check. I love it. I know, right? So I just wanted to welcome you, first of all. And yesterday we were having a conversation about voting, and I wanted to have a quick chat with you about it, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So tell us, first of all, where you are and where you're from.
I'm in New York, and I'm from Peru.
Do you know I've been to Peru? Have I told you that before?
I don't know. Have you?
It was a long time ago. I was there. It's beautiful, beautiful. And so we were talking about voting specifically, and there was a fun fact that I had no idea about with voting in Peru. If you would love to share with the audience, I would love to hear it again.
So in Peru, they design a specific day of voting, and it's usually a Sunday where there's no schools, and they use schools, universities, colleges, so that everybody goes voting. And if you don't go vote, you take a fine. You have to pay a fine. So it's mandatory to vote because it's a right, but it's also a civic duty. So they make sure that you have to vote, and they put a sticker on your ID. And if you don't have that sticker, if you get stopped by the police or something like that, you'll get in trouble.
Wow. What a difference. I feel like it's the opposite here. They like don't want you to vote here, right?
I guess.
It's a very interesting. Well, I feel like we should follow your home country and try to have everybody vote. Wouldn't that be nice if everybody could use their right and actually vote? I mean,
Yes.
that would actually represent the people, wouldn't it?
I was really surprised when I came here, and I was just like, you're not gonna go vote? Like, you're supposed to go vote. No, we can skip it. And I'm like, what is this why?
I'm baffled by it every time I think about it. It makes me crazy. So, well, please let me know a little bit about what songs you're playing today. I specifically thought of you for this festival because of one of the songs that you wrote. I just thought it was so lovely and perfect today. So, why don't you start with, you know what I'm talking about.
Sure. This song is called We Came to America, and it's about people coming from all different backgrounds and making this and the nation that it is, because I strongly believe that it is and it always will be a nation of immigrants. 90 or more percent of the people that live here didn't really come from here. You know, they came from Europe, they came from Latin America, they came from all these other places in the world, and they create a family. And then when you ask anybody where you come from, they usually can tell you what's their heritage. So
Right.
This song is about that. This song is about how no matter where you come from, you should all be treated equally.
Absolutely. And you put out a wonderful video for this song over the summer. Well, no,
You were in
it
it.
wasn't the summer, it was the spring. I was in it, yes. It was beautiful and just like made me cry a lot. So thank you.
It
Everybody
was
has to check it out.
It was really cool that everybody was able to pitch in with their pictures of their ancestors and just bringing it in. The song it's on my album Fiesta Global, which it was also out during the pandemic, so we have that in common too.
Well, without further ado, please take it away, Flor.
This is We Came to America. We came to America, every color, race, and religion, from every country in the world. We came to America. Some of us were already here before the others came, and some of us were burning chains, losing our freedom and our names. We traveled from our birthplace by boat and by plane. Some of us came running from injustice, fear, and pain. We came to America, every color, race, and religion, from every country in the world. We came to America. We brought along our joyful songs, their stories wise and true. Our music colored the air, beautiful sounds and patterns everywhere. Our joyful dance of freed our pain gently like soothing rain. We came to America, every color, race, and religion, from every country in the world. We came to America. came to America. And now, because this is a party, we're celebrating 100 years of this right being available to women, I decided that we should party with my song Fiesta. Fiesta means party in Spanish. I am bilingual as Alina, and I speak Spanish as well. So this song is bilingual and it's about dancing. So if you want to dance, stand up and dance. If you want to dance in your chair and move your body like this, that's cool too. This is Fiesta.
That was so fun. I was dancing. I was dancing backstage. Thank you so much. You
Thank
really did
you.
bring the party with this gorgeous background and the song. It was fantastic. And I'm obsessed with that. I love the second song. I'm obsessed with the first song. I just think it really just, it's all encompassing when it comes to everything that this country is supposed to be, and what we're all striving for is everybody, no matter where you're from and where you live, what language you speak, with the color of your skin, everything, that we really are all immigrants. I mean, we are. I mean, every one of us. So we should all be caring and kind and compassionate and empathetic toward one another. And so that song brings it. So thank you.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank
Of
you for
course.
watching, everybody.
Yes, thank you everybody for watching. And who do we have up next? My friend Laura Doherty, also from Chicago. I told you it was a Chicago heavy, what is it called? Lineup today. So thank you, Laura.
Hi, Joni.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I just, before we start, I immediately thought of you for the second All the Ladies Music Festival because you were supposed to be on the album. Little known fact, it didn't work out. There was like a couple of women, I didn't like broadcast it because I was just like so devastated that it didn't work out. But there was a couple of women that were supposed to be on the album, and it's kind of like when they do movies and your scene gets cut out and then it's on the cutting room floor. That's kind of unfortunately what happened with my dear friend Laura. But I'm so glad that
That's
you're here
okay.
today. And,
I'm happy to be here.
yes,
Truly.
Thank you.
So thank you for having me.
Of course. Well, everyone in Illinois, there are no excuses because between Alina and Little Miss Ann, everyone now knows how to vote in Illinois. But do you have anything you
Yeah.
would like to add about anything?
Yeah, they pretty much said it all. I did just cut out my voter card.
Yes. You could show
And,
them what it looks like close up so they know what to do. Perfect.
And I'll just, since Anne was on a little bit ago, I'll just repeat that that website too that she was held up on her board, the vote by mail at chicagoelections.gov. So, yes, that's very localized for Chicago folks. So, but
Okay.
yeah, I think the most important thing that they both said was about that you don't have to put it in the mailbox. You can drop it off at your voting places. So,
And they're actually recommending doing that, considering the state of our postal service, unfortunately, right now. That
Yes.
and I feel like I'm focusing on the grown-ups that are watching this show, because obviously, if you're under 18, you're not able to vote. But if you are a kid watching and you have a grown-up that you have in your life, which I'm sure most of you do, please send them the message. Let them know, like, Mom, Dad, get off the couch. Like, we got to vote. This is important, So,
and I have to say, Joni, you inspired me because I started writing a song yesterday. It's not quite done for today, but it had the word vote in it. It's actually
Yes.
it's a love song.
Ooh.
But what you're doing with these festivals is nothing short of stellar. And I think it's amazing, all the people you get involved. And so I'm just happy to be a part of it.
Well, thank
And-
you. I don't want to take up any more of your time, but I do want to hear the songs that you chose today. I love these songs, and my daughter, of course, is like one of your biggest fans, and she loves these
Yeah.
songs too, and I can't wait to play them for her.
Great.
Enjoy.
This
ahead.
is a lawnmower right outside, so hopefully you can't hear it, but this is called Make a Friend. And I think it's important to know that you can make friends anytime throughout your life. So that's what this is kind of about. Here we go. You can always make a friend in this world. You can always make a friend. No matter if you're 5 or 46 or 10, someone's just around the bend. Just say hi, hello, I'd like to get to know you. What do you like to do? Maybe I will like it too. Hi, hello, oh, the places that we'll go. Hey, hey, what do you say? Will you be my friend? Hey, hey, what do you say? Will you be my friend? We'll build a house with our blocks, and we'll go out collecting rocks, and we'll skate around the floor in our socks. We'll do cartwheels on the lawn, and go downstairs and play ping pong. Make up a dance to this song. Will you come along? Oh, just say hi, hello, I'd like to get to know you. What do you like to do? Maybe I will like it too. Hi, hello, oh, the places that we'll go. Hey, hey, what do you say? Will you be my friend? Hey, hey, what do you say? Will you be my friend? We'll go swinging in the park and pitch a tent in our backyard, looking at the moon and the stars. We'll go climbing in a tree, Mama and Mommy, you and me. We'll make a happy family. Come along with me. Oh, just say hi, hello, I'd like to get to know you. What do you like to do? Maybe I will like it too. Hi, hello, oh, the places that we'll go. Hey, hey, what do you say? Will you be my friend? Hey, hey, what do you say? Will you be my friend? Hey, hey, what do you say? Will you be my friend? You can always make a friend in this world. You can always make a friend. No matter if you're 5 or 46 or 10, someone's just around the bend, around the bend. And we've got one more song for y'all today. This next one is called "Shining Like a Star," and it's a song about being yourself. The chorus is is do the things that make you who you are, be yourself, and you'll be shining like a star. So we don't need to copy other people, right? If you're yourself, that's when you'll shine like a star. We even have a little star. This is a good one you can get up and dance on as well. Let me put my little star in here. Okay. All right, here we go. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Strumming, 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 strumming my guitar, shining like a star. Play the drums, drumming, 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 drumming on my drums, 'cause it's a lot of fun. Play the bass, thumping, 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 thumping on the bass, with a smile on my face. Do the things that make you who you are. Be yourself and you'll be shining like a star, shining like a star, shining like a star. Clapping, 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 clapping to the beat. And now we clap with our feet. Let's jump. Jumping, 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 jumping up high. Jumping in the sky. Swing on your swing, swinging, 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 swinging on my swing. It's a wonderful thing. Do the things that make you who you are. Be yourself and you'll be shining like a star, shining like a star, shining like a star, shining like a star. You are shining like a star. Hey, shining like a star, shining like a star, shining like a star, shining like a star. And now we're sleeping, 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 sleeping in my bed, laying down my head. It's time to go to sleep, take a little nap. Good night.
Yay!
Thank you.
That was awesome. I love that song so much. You know,
Thanks,
it's so
Joni.
funny, like all of us doing these virtual shows, I find it very fulfilling, right? I mean, it is lovely to be able to do this during all of the craziness of the pandemic, but
It really is.
the crazy thing I think for performers is when you're finished, it's like very anticlimactic. You're like, yeah! There's like one clap happening.
Right.
There's probably like 30 claps that should be happening in this room, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here. I
Yeah,
can't
thanks
believe
for having me.
it's been a year since I was with you in Chicago, right?
I know. Yeah, this room, this is the guest room, but it transformed into a music studio.
Oh, is that where you are?
We won't tell anybody though.
No. Last year, Laura hosted me when I performed at Lollapalooza, and it was like the most epic, most fun weekend. We were having the best time, and I got to take care of your cat.
Yes, Hank,
It was-
the cat.
Hank, the
Well,
cat
we-
that licks out of the sink.
We will see each other again very soon.
I hope
when
so.
this is all
I
over.
hope so. So we have one more guest that's going to be with us. Bye, Laura.
Bye. Thank you.
Mwah. And I believe she is still backstage sound checking. So I think I'm going to play a song while we're waiting for her to finish up. And the song is from my new album called All the Ladies. And it's also very funny because the pandemic hit right as I was releasing this album, which came out April 3rd. So I still haven't played any of these songs in real life, like around other people, but I've been really enjoying playing this song online. So I'm going to take these off so that I can actually move just 1 second, and I will play my song called Anything. Oh, wait. Scratch that. They are ready. They're coming in. Oh, fantastic. All right. I will save that song. But this is even better because you will get to hear Claudia Zanes. She is joining us. And Claudia, wait. See, this is real life theater, folks. Keeping you on the edge of your seat. I could just play a song. I'll do it. I'll play a song. Okay. And then it'll give them a little bit of time. So 1 second, I'll get this off. All right. So this song is called Anything, and it's about being anything that you want to be. Make sure that this is in focus. Are you? I think so. Here we go. I don't know if you are in focus. What do I need to do to make you in focus? Don't let anybody tell you you can't be what you're wanting to be. Don't let anybody stand in your way. You will be what you're wanting to be. If you want to be a pilot, then fly. If you want to be a racer, then drive. If you want to be a doctor, apply. You can be anything. You can be anything. Don't let anybody tell you you can't be what you're wanting to be. Don't let anybody stand in your way. You will be what you're wanting to be. A scientist, lawyer, inventor, a singer, a painter, investor, a software engineer, or a teacher. You can be anything. You can be anything. Don't let anybody tell you you can't be what you're wanting to be. Don't let anybody stand in your way. You will be what you're wanting to be. You can be anything. You can be anything. You can be anything. You can be anything. Be what you wanna be. You can be anything. Be what you wanna be. You can be anything. All right. Let's see. Is Claudia in the house? She's not. Okay. That's all right. They got lost in cyberspace. All right. I'm going to send her the link, or maybe you can send her the link. I'll let you all figure it out. See, this is internet. This is what happens. We fly by the seat of our pants. I could play another song. Okay. The next song that I'm going to do is called RBG. And RBG is one of my heroes. For those of you guys that don't know her, I'm just going to see if I can get this to focus a little bit. I have this new camera. Let's see if I can get it to go. He's so funny. All right. So RBG is one of our Supreme Court justices, and she, in her entire career, has spent most of her life working on fighting for equality. And she is really a wonderful woman with an incredible history. And I just love her so much. We made a music video celebrating her, and I wrote this song celebrating her as well. So I hope that you enjoy it. I have no idea if she's heard it yet. I hope that it somehow gets to her so she could know how much she is truly loved, although I'm pretty sure she has a really good idea. And I hope that she's feeling better. And yeah, this is the song called RBG. Ruth was born in Brooklyn in 1933. No one could have thought that she'd grow up to be that fiery, clever justice, donning the jabot, fighting for equality, dissenting, saying no. Takes a lot of courage to stand and disagree. Come and meet my idol, my favorite supreme. I wanna be just like RBG, fighting for our rights and shining truth. I wanna be just like RBG, the glorious, notorious Ruth. Ruffling some feathers while studying the law. Harvard took just 9 smart women, 500 men in all. Ginsburg was on fire, twice made the law review. Graduated #1 whilst a mother too. An advocate for women, so to bring equality. Choosing words strategically and fluent legalese. I wanna be just like RBG, fighting for our rights and shining truth. I wanna be just like RBG, the glorious, notorious Ruth. She never stopped, she never quit. Now on the highest court she sits to pave the way for other women like you and me. I wanna be just like RBG, fighting for our rights and shining truth. I wanna be just like RBG, the glorious, notorious Ruth, the glorious, notorious Ruth. All right, all right, all right. Okay. I feel like Claudia may be lost in cyberspace. I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to send her the link just to make sure that she has it. And you'll be on live with me as I do it. But while I do it, oh no, she's here. Oh my goodness. Perfect. I will save my last song for after she is finished, but I just want to thank everybody. Before Claudia goes on, I'll give her a couple of seconds, but thank everybody so much for being here. And this really it means so much to me to celebrate the centennial. We have a long way to go, everybody, not just women, but everybody. We really need to have our voices heard. We need to do our part. And the election is coming up in less than 3 months. We don't have very much time. And I hope that everybody gets up and goes and visits this website that's being shown to you right now, how you can vote in your state. It gives you all of the information. Are you allowed to have a paper ballot mailed to you? If so, what are the deadlines so that you can get it in time? And from everything that I'm hearing, mailing it and just putting it in the blue post office box outside, that's probably not the best idea. You should be going to one of the deposit boxes, the drop-off boxes that they're designating for elections. That way you can have more of a chance that it will actually reach. And then you can, I believe in certain states, you can double check and make sure that your ballot was actually submitted. And if there are any other problems, you can always go to the polls. I have been social distancing and barely leaving my apartment for the past few months, yet I have made the decision, because it's just too important, that I'm going to mask up, put on some sort of spacesuit, gloves, everything. I'm going to go. And I hope that you will please, at the very least, vote via paper ballot. So I'm just going to pick up my headphones and see if Claudia is here. See if she's here. Yay!
Hi, Dee.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for this incredible event. It is a beautiful way to spend this evening. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. I feel like I believe the first time that I met you was at the Clearwater Festival, or maybe it was KindyCon or something. I don't know.
Clearwater, and then we also did the jalopy thing.
That's right. Yes, that's right. Oh, yes. But it's been a long time since we've seen each other in real life, and I know you've since moved to another state.
We have since moved. We've been here in Baltimore City now for about 8 months.
And you love it, I've heard.
The pandemic, but we're adjusting to new life, kind of country life. We're in the South technically now, so.
Right. Well, my whole family's from Baltimore, so I actually know the area very well. I think it's a good idea that you guys left the city. You have a little bit of open space. We're all longing for that here in New York.
Yes.
So, but I don't know if you happen to know anything about voting in your state. I know Maryland and New York and Illinois. I know the girls that are all from Illinois were talking about voting in their state. Do you happen to know what the rules are? Because people can easily go to the website if you don't know.
Well, there's a few things. You can still vote in person. That is definitely something that you can do, but clearly many people are opting out and doing the mail-in. So that is definitely an option as well. I wrote some things down because I want to make sure that everyone knows that, so ballot by mail works. One can vote in person. You can do early voting. And if you also text the letters V as in victory, B as in Baltimore, M as in Maryland, to the number 77788, they will send you information. They will send you a link where you can get that ballot sent to your house, and that will be in English. For Spanish speakers, you're going to text V as in victory, P as in pencil, and C as in
Okay, I thought I lost you for a second. You're back. I heard V as in Victor, P as in pencil, and then it cut out.
Okay, C as in Charlie to 77788.
Okay, that's great. That's wonderful information to know. And I know right now we have up the Maryland website for 538, which gives you all the information as well. So I have found that this website is really, really useful because it gives you all of the new rules and the old rules. So I hope everybody will check it out. But that information was great. Would you tell us a little bit about the songs that you're going to sing today?
Sure. It was hard, Joni. This was great. Thank you for asking me this. It was really hard to select songs. There's so many wonderful songs that have been written and that feel so appropriate for this time. But I picked 2 songs. One of them is called No More Auction Block, also known as Many Thousand Gone. It's been around for many, many, many years during the times of slavery. And also it's known that Black soldiers during the Civil War would march to this song. And I chose this song because I just think the lyrics are so profound, and I'm moved by why people write the songs they write. And so I'm inspired by what was happening in that time for someone to write such a song, but also the incredible strength and courage that it must take to write such a song and to declare that no more auction block for me. This ends here. So thinking of the free slaves and the folks that were enslaved to come up to sing something like this just has such profound meaning for me.
Wonderful.
The other song I'm going to be doing is called The Bridge. And that's a song that I co-wrote with my husband, Dan Zanes. And this was really just birthed out of these times. In a lot of ways, yes, we are facing this sort of viral pandemic that has uprooted all of our lives. But at the same time, folks of color are also dealing with the racial pandemic. So it is really twofold. And this song was birthed out of everything that was happening, from Ahmaud Arbery to George Floyd to Breonna Taylor, and the many that came before them, and the many that didn't have their attacks publicized in this way. So just thinking about that, and thinking of also friendships in these times, I think that we're seeing too that what friendships stand the test of time and where people's hearts are. And that's revealed a lot to me. I've had a lot of a couple of really meaningful relationships to me that I thought were very strong, but what I found too under the weight of these times just couldn't stand the test of time. The racial weight broke it. So that's what really inspired these two songs.
Well, they sound perfect for today, but for every day. And I know our country really still has a long way to go in all of those.
Yes.
In all of those ways. So thank you so much for being here. And I can't wait to hear the songs.
And thank you, Joni. I just wanted to say thank you too for just mentioning the ratification of the 19th Amendment and how it really wasn't for all women. And I think that is something that we really need to, I didn't learn that in school, and that's not something that was really touched upon. And although we know that African-American women were part of the suffrage movement and they were working tirelessly, I think when we look at the underpinning and we look at white supremacy and what that did, because white women at that time were not working through an anti-racist lens.
Right.
And so it's really important to highlight that, and to also, I know that we celebrate women from the movement, but we also have to remember many of the African-American women that were a part of that. We're thinking Ida B. Wells, there's a list of all of them, but just it's important to remember these women that fought with their lives to not even see a lot of this freedom come for themselves, but for the future generation. So I feel truly honored and privileged to be here to sing on behalf as well.
Thank you. Yeah, I mentioned a few of those ladies in the video, and I honestly did not learn any of this in school either. And over the past week in preparing for this festival, I have learned so much. I mean, so much. And we did learn a different version, and I'm happy to know the real version, and I'm glad to spread that as well. And thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to hear you sing.
So get out and vote, everybody. It's
Get out
so
and vote.
important. Our lives depend on this. So we have to do this.
Yes.
All right. I'm going to start. I'm going to try. I'm going to pull back a little bit because I know the sound is a little funky. So I hope y'all can hear me. If you can't see me, what do you see? If you can't see me, what do you see? I'm a black queen through and through. It's clear in every little thing I do. If you can't see me, what do you see? If you can't hear me, what do you hear? If you can't hear me, what do you hear? I sing a song of golden light, shining through the darkest night. If you can't hear me, what do you hear? If you can't feel me, what do you feel? If you can't feel me, what do you feel? Can you tell what's going on? We've been in the storm for far too long. If you can't feel me, what do you feel? Somewhere there's a bridge to be crossed, leading to the friendships and the love that was lost. But there's a cost. If you can't see me, What do you see? If you can't see me, what do you see? I'm a black queen through and through. It's clear in every little thing I do. If you can't see me, what do you see? If you can't see me, what do you see? If you can't see me, what do you see? All right. So I think I'll just go on to the next song, Joni. Is that okay? I don't see you on the screen. So I'm going to go on with the next tune. No More Auction Block. No more auction block for me. No more, no more. No more auction block for me. Many thousand gone. No more pint of salt for me. No more, no more. No more pint of salt for me. Many 1,000 gone. No more driver's lash for me. No more, no more. No more driver's lash for me. Many 1,000 gone. No more auction block for me. No more, no more. No more auction block for me. Many 1,000 gone.
Thank you so much, Claudia. That was touching. And I feel like, I don't know, I'm in tears a little bit. And it was really special to hear that. And I know what it means, although I can't possibly know what it means, but thank you. And for everybody out there, I really hope that we can change this country and make the necessary changes that this country needs right now to move forward and to prove progress. So I think that we're feeling it, and we're, I think at the beginning of the pandemic, we thought, oh, when's this going to end? It can't possibly get worse. And then, it is. And we really have no choice but to go to the polls, which is why it is so important and why I felt it necessary to celebrate the fact that we can. So thank you
so much, Joni. And I agree. I think until we really dismantle white supremacy, women, white women, Black women, women of color, we cannot truly unify. We really cannot until these things are really addressed.
100%.
Yeah.
Thank you
so much.
And
I'm
I also
honored
to
be here. Thank you, Joni.
Thank you. I also want to say before you go that I've really been enjoying your social isolation songs series that you've been doing. And for those of you that have not seen Claudia and Dan's day, are you still doing it every day?
We are, Joni. We're on day number 159 today. So 159 days ago from today was when we entered the national state of emergency.
It's so beautiful to see the love that, first of all, that you have, and you could just feel it pouring out of your music.
That's
And
my boo. That's my boo.
yeah, and just the fact that you have so many colorful backgrounds, I'm always amazed by them. And I love it. So thank you. Keep it up, and
Thank
thank
you,
you for all
Joni.
of you do, all you
And
do.
thank you for the work that you're doing. We really appreciate it. I love this, and I love that I was a part of this. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Good
Bye,
luck and take
Claudia.
care. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, Dan. All right, everybody. I'm going to play one more song for you, and then we're going to go and close it up. We're a little bit over time, but, you know, we have nothing but time in this pandemic abyss that we're all in. So I just want to say again, thank you. If you are not registered to vote, you have to get on that like as soon as I finish this song. Make sure that you can get a paper ballot, and if you can, you should mail that in as soon as humanly possible, like yesterday. Don't wait. And Anne had this really great idea to write postcards to people in swing states. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to check out that website. She posted it on the Facebook feed, so you can check that out so you can write postcards. But you should call your friends. Resist-a-bot is great. All of those things. So let's all be proactive. Let's all make change. All right. And speaking of which, I wrote this next song, the last song I'm going to play, which is on my album, All the Ladies. This song is called If Girls Ruled the World. If girls ruled the world, I feel like things would be different. They certainly would be different in this country where we live in a patriarchy. What would it be like if we lived in a matriarchy? I did some research and found out about the Musul tribe that live at the base of the Himalayan mountains near Tibet and China, and they actually live about 40,000 people in a true matriarchy. And I thought it was fascinating. So I wrote a song about what it would be like in our country if we had a matriarchy. And the song on the album is Carly Shiraki and Polly Hall from Andrew and Polly. They're the ones that are singing it. And of course, I should mention my wonderful producer, Lucy Kalantari, who is fantastic, who put together all of the women that are singing on the album, all the instrumentalists, the technical team. So it's just, if you haven't had a chance to check it out, please do. And lastly, before I sing this song, I want to give a really huge special welcome to the people that you are not seeing, the behind the scenes, the people that are running this show today, Camilo and Sandra. They are, I believe their company is called Soundworks, if I'm correct. They're going to chat and tell me if that's right. But I just thought they should have some recognition because they made this whole thing happen. So thank you very much, Camilo and Sandra. This is If Girls Ruled the World. Oh, they're saying Light at My Window is the name of their company. Light at My Window. If you are doing a virtual broadcast and you want excellent sound and excellent video, you should check them out. Sandra and Camilo, Light at My Window. All right. This is If Girls Ruled the World. I want to take off my headphones, actually, so I can hear myself a little bit better. Here I go again. Girls, girls, if girls rule the world. Girls, girls, if girls rule the world. Girls, girls, if girls rule the world. Think about how different our lives would be in a matriarchy. Oh, how different. Girls, girls, think about how different our lives would be. Our whole history. Oh, how different. Girls, girls, we would talk it all out. No, 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 no need to shout. It would be so peaceful. Oh, girls, girls. Girls, girls, if girls rule the world. Girls, girls, if girls rule the world. Girls, girls, if girls rule the world. Oh yeah, think about how different a society led by empathy. Oh, how different. Girls, girls, think about how different no wars would be with other countries. Oh, how different. Girls, girls, we would talk it all out. No, 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 no need to shout. It would be so peaceful. Oh, girls, 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 girls. If girls rule the world, girls, girls. If girls rule the world, girls, girls. If girls rule the world. Put the girls in charge, and you won't regret it. We make everything better. Yeah, that's right, I said it. We lift each other up, and we work to change the world to honor those who came before us and all the future girls. 'Cause we lead with love, and we follow our joy. We potentially inspire not just girls, but even boys, no matter how you identify. I just want to justify, if you give the girls a chance to rule the world, it could be super fly. Girls, girls, if girls rule the world, girls, girls. 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 If girls rule the world. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining today. This has been such a wonderful event. I hope that you will check out some links I will post in the Facebook. I have some wonderful children's books that I have to recommend, and of course the 538 website where you can learn about how you can vote. Do not throw away your vote. Make sure to get out there, go to the polls, get your mail-in ballot, send it in, and do it today. Thank you so much, everybody, and I will see you hopefully for the next All the Ladies Music Festival. Bye.